All right, it's 6:05, so I think we're going to get started. Thank you everyone for joining us. Good evening. Welcome to our presentation regarding after-school care options within PUSD. This is primarily for next school year in the fall. We had a session over maybe in April, beginning of April for summer. And so now we're doing a session after a lot of feedback from families. They wanted to just kind of get a jump start and understand what type of after school programs we have available for the fall. So we thought we'd put this together. My name is Nancy Molina. I work in our family engagement office. I support all of our families in our community. Basically, through our community assistance at school sites, I help put together workshops like these based on feedback that we receive from all of you who attend our workshops. And so I thank you because, we want to make sure that we're presenting stuff and we're looking for items and providing you with resources or help in whatever it is that could make your child's academic journey a little bit easier. So I appreciate all of the feedback that we receive. I am also a mom of two. I have a 7-year-old who attends Jackson Elementary and a 4-year-old who is currently in preschool, and she'll also be attending Jackson next school year in kindergarten. And then we have a lot of wonderful guests, which I will introduce in a quick minute, but I wanted to let my colleague introduce herself as well.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jasmine Harris. I too work in the Family and Community Engagement Office as a senior community advocate for the office as well as enrollment. And some of my roles, main points, is really supporting parent groups and allowing them to engage in the ways that they'd like to at schools and school sites. So thank you all for being here and hopefully take something from this and really get ahead for the next school year.
Thank you. All right. So it's going to be a very simple and straightforward presentation. PUSD Learns is going to kick us off, and we have Ms. Vanessa Ixta here to join us. And then we will dive into Boys and Girls Club with Mr. Mario. And then we will also hear from Ms. Carmen regarding our Adventures program, which is through our Pasadena Parks and Rec. So without further ado, Ms. Vanessa, if you want to kick us off.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Nancy, and thank you, Ms. Jasmine, for the opportunity to come and present to you our wonderful program. Good evening, everybody. We're so excited here. I represent Pasadena Learn Expanded Learning Programs. We are the district program. You can switch. We are a District 1 program, so we are located here at PUSD in 14 elementaries and 6 middle school programs. Our program dates, to give you a little bit of information about our program, is we operate Monday through Friday. So any day that school is open, Learns is also open. We'll be open the first day of school, which is August 18th, through the end of the school year next year, which is June 4th. So any day that school is open, our program is also open. And we do run summer programs. Our program times are at the dismissal of the bell. Our program starts once the after school bell rings, and we operate until 6 or 6:30 p.m. It depends on the dismissal of school, so dismissal times vary by school location. So just to give you a little information about Pasadena Learns, we are the expanded learning program, which I mentioned is a district-run after-school program where we provide students with engaging enrichment activities and exciting recreational opportunities. We do sports, we do cheer, we do dance, and we do enrichment activities. Thank you. To give you a quick overview of our structure in our program, so as I mentioned, our program operates at the dismissal of the school bell. We transition to supper, which is provided to all the students in our programs every single day. Then we go into a movement rotation, some type of physical activities or physical games. We then bring students indoors to do either study halls or homework support sessions. We are not a homework completion program, but we definitely provide students with an appropriate space to get their homework done. We have youth leaders that are the instructors in the classroom who will help answer any homework questions, who will help provide students with any supplies that they need to complete their homework, and they can periodically check the progress of the students throughout that rotation. We then follow that by what we call our enrichment program. And this is where we pride ourselves on having a variety of different activities for students to do. We do cooking, we do science, we do engineering, we do math, we do arts and crafts, we do sewing. So any enrichment we provide to all of our students. Then we end our day with some type of social emotional learning activity to wrap up our day. That could be some team building, some getting to know you activities. And as I mentioned earlier, depending on school site, will end either at 6 p.m. or 6:30. Next slide, please. Thank you, Ms. Nancy. So we have our program costs. We have some programs that are grant-based programs. And these grant-based programs, we do offer free programming for students who qualify for free or reduced lunches. If you're a foster youth, homeless youth, and anyone affected by the fires, we do provide a scholarship for all of these families. If based on your income, you're not eligible for any of these free scholarships, our registration fee is $35 and a monthly fee of $150. We have fee-based programs, which are at Don Benito, Sierra Madre Elementary, and Sierra Madre Middle School. There is a $35 registration fee, and for these programs, there is a $225 monthly tuition. We also offer before school morning programs at Field and Don Benito with a cost of $125 for a monthly fee. We do offer discounts for sibling discounts. And if you have any circumstances, you could also submit your income for verification so we could see what other discounts can apply to your families. Next slide, please. So our enrollment. Our enrollment is a first come, first served basis. We do, however, provide priority to any foster or homeless youth or any family in transitions. We are open to all PUSD students in TK through 8th grade. And our goal is to have this year's registration open the week of May 16th through, the 12th through the 16th. So just kind of check our website. We will have updates available at our district website, which is www.pusd.us/learns. We are on an online platform now. So our portal is sixcrickets.com. That's where you will be registering your students. And our goal, as I mentioned earlier, is to get our registrations for next fall, hopefully next week. So just kind of check in with us next week to see how we're doing. Next, please.
Sorry, before I move forward, I know that someone on the chat asked for the opening date for registration for next school year. And so that's this information that Ms. Vanessa just went through. So I just wanted to make sure I noted that.
Thank you, Nancy. And I know it's a little bit small, but here is our contact list for all our site coordinators. We do have our site coordinators. They work from 9:30 till 6 p.m. at every single program. So if you have a specific questions, site-specific questions, you will find the school along with the site coordinator's name, their work cell phone number, and an email. If you have more general questions that maybe the department can support you with, we do have our information where you can call the district Learns Department at 626-396-3614. Last slide, I think. Oh, and that's it, sorry. So thank you. We are really privileged and we are looking forward to providing exceptional programming for all of our PUSD students. We look forward to serving your families, and it's been an honor to be here with you this evening to share some information. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa. What I'm going to do is go ahead and open up questions for Learns now. We have one I'll start with the chat. Oh, wait, they're all coming in quick. All right, so the first one is questions regarding registration for TK. So, Melissa, if you would like to unmute yourself, you're welcome. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you so much. I I am curious about registration for TK and Learns and if that's going to be opening on May 12th as well. Um, Only because the reason this question comes up is because I was attempting to register um, TK for the summer program for Learns, and I wasn't, because he's not technically enrolled in the school yet. I couldn't I couldn't put him up on six crickets.
Mhm.
So I'm just wondering if when it opens in May, if that's going to be different, if they will be officially considered part of PU, like enrolled in the district.
Yes. Thank you, Melissa. And yes, you are correct. They have to have a student ID in order for them to be able to enroll in six crickets. So once you have your student ID, the week of May 12th through the 16th, I'm not sure exactly what day, we're still finalizing the registration, but that week, I would highly recommend to continuously check our website for any updates, but you will be able to register your TK. Once you enter that student ID number, any discounts that your family is eligible for, it will be registered through our portal. So yes.
So currently he's enrolled he's enrolled for the coming year, but I don't have his student ID. Is that something the school office has already created for him? I assumed that that would be something we would get when the school year started.
I can jump in, Vanessa. So yes, Melissa, once students are pre-enrolled in a school, a student ID is automatically generated in the system. And so you're welcome to visit your your future school in person because we do want to ID you before we provide that information, or our enrollment office or family engagement office where we're from. We'd be happy to help you as well. Any of us can check our database and be able to provide that information to you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, next question. Is daily attendance required for the program? What if we only need service a few days a week?
So that's a wonderful question. Thank you for asking. And for our grant-based programs, there is an attendance requirement. We are hoping that the student can attend at least 3 days out of the week. If there's a waiting list, priority is given to families who can attend the program more consistently. For our fee-based programs, there is no attendance required.
Thank you. Next question. Is there a deposit required upon registration?
No, once you make the registration, the first month you'll be billed at the end of the month if you don't qualify for any of the scholarships. So it's only a one-time fee of $35 registration.
Are students separated by grade?
So traditionally, yes, we try to developmentally have students in their grade levels. There is times when we have larger sites like Altadena, Jackson, Longfellow, where students will be placed in either a similar grade, one grade up or one grade down. So we would have some combo groups, but the majority of the groups are made up of the same group. And then any extra students that we were trying to take off a wait list might be in combo groups. Just to tell you also, this is a great, something great that I didn't talk about. Our ratios are 10 to 1 for TK and Kinder. So for every 10 students, we'll have one adult. And for first grade through eighth grade, we do carry a 20 to 1 ratio.
Thank you. Is there support for students with an IEP?
Unfortunately, after school, we do not have support for IEPs. Students are all welcomed to enroll, and we try to make reasonable accommodations. So should the student need a cool down time, maybe some time to walk outside for a few minutes, we can make some very moderate accommodations, but we don't have the staff to support any type of one-on-ones or any additional support.
All right, thank you. I'm going through the presentation again because I know we had a few of you that jumped in once after Ms. Vanessa touched on this, but these are the program costs for Learns. Do they choose the classes when they register, or is that done by the site coordinator?
So they are placed in a group with the youth leader, but some sites have transitioned into student choice and voice for second grade through eighth grade. So they'll be in with one youth leader for homework support, and then they can pick different groups for their enrichment. I hope that helps answer that question.
For the two schools that have the morning program, what times do those programs run?
I believe they start at 6 a.m. from 6 to 8 a.m. So we're available 2 hours before the bell dismisses for the morning.
Right. Can students be picked up earlier than 4 p.m.? Like instead of waiting till 6, can they be picked up earlier?
Yes, we understand families are busy. There's a lot going on. So we definitely allow early pickup. All we require is for you to let us know through one of our 6 options of early release. What's the reason for the release, whether it's transportation, another enrichment activity that your child is going to. So as long as we code it to why we're leaving early, that is absolutely okay.
For the registration date of May 12th, does that include like basketball for middle schools, like the sports?
Not yet. We roll those out at least a month before the sport begins. So this is just for fall registration, not including sports yet.
Okay. All righty. So I think that wrapped up. Some of the questions were duplicated, and so I will just briefly go through her slides one more time so that you can have this information. Let me move this around. All right, and then once again, this is where their website, this is how you can get more information, and then you can always contact the site leader directly or contact our Learns department directly for any further questions. Thank you, Miss Vanessa.
The opportunity.
All righty, we are going to jump in to our Boys and Girls Club. So Mario.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you, Nancy and Jasmine, for giving me the opportunity to be here and being able to talk to my name is Mario Maitarena, and I am the Director of Community Development. And I have been working for Boys and Girls of Pasadena for the last 25 years, and I was able to run both of our clubhouses here in Pasadena. And just would like to start telling you guys our mission. We enable all children and youth in the community, especially those who need us most to reach their full potential as productive, caring, and healthy and responsible citizens. We serve all kids from the ages 5 years old all the way to 17 years old at both locations. And we follow 5 key elements in order for our club members to receive high quality programs. And it is a safe and positive environment. Of course, the club has to be fun in order for the kids to keep coming to the club. So fun and building relationships with our kids and families, recognition and supportive relationships. We base all of our programs from 3 different categories, which are academic success, character and leadership, and healthy lifestyles. So that's the basic of our after school program. And also we run our summer session for 8 weeks. And Nancy, if you don't mind, we can go to the second slide. The dates and the times and the cost. So right after we are done with our 8 weeks of summer, then we are gonna take a break, making sure that our clubs are ready to go for the fall program. And we will start August 18th, and we are open Monday through Friday. Mondays we open the both clubhouses from 12:30 to 6 p.m. And Tuesday through Friday it's 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And the enrollment fee, it's only $50 per child, and then we charge $40 per week. We also offer transportation uh, for the kids from different schools, and it's only $25 per month. And I want to make sure that all the families are aware that we provide financial assistance for all the families. So we will never turn away any families because of the financial challenges or the need for them to come to the Boys and Girls Club. The next one, Nancy, please. Thank you. The transportation program, we have two clubhouses. One is Mackenzie Scott Branch on 2020 North Fair Oaks Avenue, and the cross street is Montana. And we pick up, as of right now, taking kids from those schools to the club at Jackson, Altadena, Washington Elementary, Longfellow, Madison, Octavia Butler Middle School, Marshall Middle School and High School, and John Muir High School. And the other clubhouse is located on 3230 East Del Mar Avenue, which is right next to Wheeler Elementary. And from that clubhouse, we pick up from Don Benito, Norma Coombs, McKinley, Hamilton, Sierra Madre Elementary and Middle School, Marshall Middle School and High School, and PHS. The next one. And that's my contact. If you guys would like to have more information, or if you guys would like to visit any of our clubhouses, I will more than welcome and very happy for you guys to visit our locations, for you guys to see our indoor swimming pools. And before I let you guys go, I will also would like to take the time to tell you all the great programs that we run. We do Power Hour, which pretty much homework help and assistance. We also offer tutoring. We have a great aquatics program where we teach the kids how to swim. And also the idea is to form swim teams at both locations. Both of our swimming pools are indoor and are heated throughout the whole year. We do also offer sports. One of our locations, the one on Mackenzie Scott, we have a climbing wall, and we offer music, dance, and arts and crafts.
Awesome. Thank you, Mario. The one thing I just didn't wanted to double check, when does registration open? I know that the fall starts on August 18th, but when can parents start registering for that?
As of right now, Nancy and families, we don't have an exact date, but definitely it will be the following week of 4th of July. And all the registrations are going to be online, and yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we already have some questions in the chat, so I will just get started. Are you strict with the 5-year-old start age in terms of transportation? How are TK students transported?
Yes, we provide transportation also for our 5 years old. We make sure that they are on car seats and boosters. And for our 5 years old, I do want to let you guys know that the space is limited. It's only 20, what I call mini babies, 20 mini babies for each clubhouse. and our ratio it's 1 stop per 10 kids, and 6 years old all the way to 17 years old, our ratio is 1 stop per 20 club members.
Awesome. Does anyone have any further questions for Mario from Boys and Girls Club? You can either unmute yourself, raise your hand, or you can also pop it in the chat. Oh, yes, Melissa.
Thanks. Um, there was a mention of TK, but then also mention of 5 years old. So they can be 5 years old, but they cannot be 4 years old. Is that right? Because they're starting the year in TK as 4 years old.
That's correct, Mom. And just to clarify, at the Boys and Girls Club, we go according to ages, which they have to be 5 years old.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for clarifying that. I know Alicia also had that same question. So,
And also, Nancy and families, for our team program, 13 years old and older are totally free. So there is no cost for our teens to be part of the Boys and Girls Club. And that includes transportation as well.
awesome. Would anybody else like to ask a question? I'm going to leave this slide here for a little bit because I know there was a question regarding transportation and to what sites. Okay. Here's Mario's contact info one more time. Great. Thank you, Mario. And we will also do Q&A again at the end if we have time. So, if other questions come up during the presentation. So now Miss Carmen will be joining us from our Adventures program.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much, Nancy and Jasmine, for inviting me. It's nice to be in this room with all of these folks. My kid was in Learns. I worked with Mario at the Boys and Girls Club, so wonderful programs. We understand that parents need choices, and so we know that we're another choice for you. And so, a brief presentation on what the after school program is. We're also known as ASAP and Parks and Rec. So and some people call us Adventures or Avengers. So we'll take it, but it's under the city of Pasadena. Our program is funded through our Parks and Recreation and Community Services Department here with the city of Pasadena. So our programs are led by City of Pasadena employees. Our focus is always in recreation and keeping the kids active. We do have homework assistance and homework times throughout the afternoon times. We serve kids from 4.5 to 13. And the asterisk is that at McKinley, there's elementary school and middle school children. So we serve all ages there. But our cutoff age is 4.5. We have 3 early care sites. We're at Don Benito, Hamilton, and McKinley. And we're there from 6:45 to 8:45. The cost for the early care program is $10 a week, and that's billed monthly. So if the month of August has 2 weeks, you're only going to get charged $20. If the month of October has 4 weeks, then we'll charge you $40. Next slide, Nancy. We're at 11 after school sites. We have different fees and different schedules depending on the school site. So at Jackson, San Rafael, and Webster, and Willard, we're there at dismissal time. Those schools get out at 12:35 on Mondays and 2:15 on Tuesdays to Fridays. The cost of that program is $15 a week. And again, you are billed monthly. So If it's 2 weeks, it's $30. If it's 4 weeks, it's going to be $60. There's a one-time $20 registration fee, and this only applies for the after-school programs. There's no registration fee for our early care program. At Don Benito, Field, Hamilton, McKinley, and Norma Coombs, we're there from dismissal until 6 p.m. And again, the same cost, $15 a week, and we bill you monthly. And there's a one-time $25 registration fee. At the Norma Coombs site, because we have the advantage of having one of our recreation centers across the street, we pick up participants at Norma Coombs. We walk across the street to our rec center, and there we have access to a gymnasium and all of the facilities available to us there. So that's the only after school site where we're not on an actual after school campus. And Madison and Longfellow, we have a different fee, but we're there at dismissal time until 6 p.m. also. And there we have a $60 semester fee. And there's 2 semesters in the school year, and the one-time $25 registration fee. Next slide, Nancy. Thank you. So just some pictures. We like to do a lot of cultural events. Our staff, every set of staff at every school site give the program its own flavor, and so they have the freedom to do special events there. We have a cheer program for a small extra fee that runs throughout the school year. And again, we love to be outdoors and have the kids use the facilities there at the school sites. So we do a lot of recreation outdoors. Next slide. So for registration for this upcoming school year, we're going to open the scholarship applications on Monday, May 12th. So that's next Monday at 8 a.m. We use the registration system called Civic Rec. So you can find that on www.cityofpasadena.net/reserve. And you go in there, you fill out a short application for the scholarships. We'll contact you afterwards to request documentation. It's based on income. And if you qualify for the scholarship, it's applied to your account. And when you register on Monday, June 9th, it will deduct 50% of your session fee. So if the session is $15 a week, then you're only paying $7.50 per week. If it's for early care, instead of paying $10 a week, you would pay only $5 a week. And we know that some families have multiple children, and if there's additional financial assistance that they need, they should reach out to us directly. You have my contact information. We do have the Parks and Recs Foundation that has given very kindly to some of our participants. So then we try to figure out how to make sure that if your kid needs a space, that they're able to join us. I will say that when we open registration, there are some schools, and I'm sure that the other programs see this too. There are some schools that have more need, and so those spaces will fill up quicker. Jackson is one of them, and San Rafael is another one. So I think sometimes parents get stressed out because sometimes the registration opens at 8 in the morning, and by like 8:10, 8:15, we're full. And so unfortunately, we have a capacity, we have a 1-to-20 ratio at all of our school sites. So we can only have a certain amount of spaces available to each site, but we do have a waiting list. I would highly encourage folks to, if they don't find a spot at their school site, that they add themselves to the waiting list. You're welcome to give us a call before registration opens if you're a new customer, because you have to set up an account. This registration site is also to register for any Parks and Rec program like aquatics, youth sports through the city of Pasadena. You can sign up for folklore, ballet dancing at Villa Park. You can join our gyms. So this site, you create your account and then you're able to register for all of our Parks and Rec programs. That's pretty much it. Do you guys have any questions?
Thank you, Carmen. I believe the first question that came up, sorry, there's a few. About attendance. Would there be attendance requirements or restrictions as far as how many days or the time that they can pick their children up?
No attendance requirements and no time restrictions.
Awesome. I think we're going to ask the other programs this as well, but can you speak to the availability of possible, or let me ask it verbatim. Uh, does your program have opportunities for an autistic middle schooler if who has or needs a one-to-one aid?
So, similar to the response from Learns, we don't have enough staff to provide a one-to-one that resource. We can provide accommodations. We do have participants that have their own one-on-one that is provided through different sources. So they will show up to our program with their one-on-one, and they're welcome to be part of the program. We do have a program that's called the PAIR program or the PAIR plan, and it's through our city manager's office. And what we do is we just have it's having a conversation before the program starts on how we can what accommodations you might need. But the accommodation of providing a one-on-one, we wouldn't be able to provide. But sometimes, like, maybe kids just need some extra redirection, sometimes to cool down. Sometimes there's things that kids have trouble, transitioning from one activity to another. And the only place where we serve middle schoolers would be at McKinley. We're not at any of the other middle school sites.
Thank you. There was a question, this is for everyone, in case anyone was wondering if they can receive this presentation after the fact. We do have a space where we do upload everything in all of our past presentations. So along with being sent information with that, it will be available. So please do not fret if you are joining a bit late. There was another question. Can you clarify the age requirements? I know it was 4.5 to a certain age. I think there's some people concerned about maybe their TK students.
Yes, so a participant has to be a minimum of 4 years and 6 months when the program starts. So they might be 4 years and 4 months right now, but if they're going to be 4 years and 6 months when school starts in August, the system will allow them to register. But our registration system has built-in parameters for ages. And so, yeah, we don't take kids younger than 4.5. And up to 13 would just be at McKinley because they have middle schoolers.
Gotcha. Thank you. I think there was one more question from Alicia regarding the ratio. Can you speak to the ratio for TK and K students in the Adventures program?
Yes, so for TK and kindergarten students, we pick up the kids from their classroom at dismissal, and we do have a 1 to 10 ratio for those kids. We do, and every school site is different. Like I mentioned, Jackson, we have a lot more participants than at other sites. Some sites, the ratio will be, we have, sometimes we just have 15 participants at some school sites. And so the ratio is like 1 to 7. Or 1 to 8, but the minimum requirement will be for TK and kinder to be 1 to 10, and for first and on to be 1 to 20.
Thank you. I believe the last question for you, Carmen, was from David asking how to create an account before registration. Is that possible?
Yes, David, you can visit our site at www.cityofpasadena.net/reserve at any time, and you would just create your account. First, you create your account as the parent of the adults in your family, and then you can add as many family members as you want. You can add a partner, a grandparent, then you add all the kids, but that's how you build out your account. And if you're not sure that you built it out correctly, you're welcome to call our office at 744-6500, and we can look at your account, how it's set up, and clarify anything or help you with the process if needed. And we have people here in the office who speak Spanish, so if there are any Spanish speaking parents who need some assistance with that, we can help them with that. They can also register their children at one of our local rec centers. So there's Villa Park, there's Robinson Park, and there's Victory Park. Those are all centers that are open throughout the week, and folks can walk in and pay for their registration. They can also pay for any other rec program there.
Awesome. Thank you, Carmen. I see other questions are now flowing in, and we did have a few questions before, I believe, specifically for Learns. If Vanessa, if you're available to answer a few more questions, that would be great.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. There was a specific question regarding if a student is in a two household situation, would both parents be billed for the program?
And it's shared, is it a shared custody?
There weren't many other details. I know because it is possibly sensitive. Is it best that they
They would
kind
be,
of contact the office?
yes,
It
exactly.
it is a shared custody situation, 50-50.
Yes, you would call the Learns department at the 626-396-3614 number. You're going to speak to Tracy Ramirez, who is our office admin, and then she will walk you through what the next steps are for that split billing.
So, thank you. Excuse me, the chat did go by, so I'm trying to find the question again. And Vanessa, does Learns take all well, I believe they have to be 5 years of age, correct? There was a question in regards of taking TKers that are 4 years.
Correct. They do have to be 5 years old. So there is an age requirement of 5 for us to be able to enroll them in our TK groups.
Jasmine, you're muted.
Feel free to take over, Nancy. I think I kind of got lost if you see the next
No,
question.
that's okay. So all Learns programs are on site, because I know that was a question regarding, I know Parks and Rec and Boys and Girls Club do have the option of going off site, but for Parks and Rec, I think it's just for Norma Coombs. Other than that, the program at the other school sites run on school campuses.
Correct.
And then for Learns, TK students have to be 5 years old in order to participate in Learns.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, Vanessa. And then I think, for Learns and Adventures, are meals/snacks provided?
Yes. I'm sorry. I was just going to say we use the snacks for the school district provides us a snack, but kids can bring their own snack if they'd like to. Sorry.
Yeah, and they are, we do the suppers, so they are a little bit more robust than a regular snack. There'll be more components to it. But we also definitely, if students have any dietary needs or need any accommodations, we would just go through our food services department to make those accommodations. And you're more than welcome to bring them with extra snacks. Some of our kiddos do get hungrier towards the later part of the day. But yes, it is Monday through Friday, every student receives either a snack or a supper.
Okay, and then for Adventures program, Carmen, just to confirm, Altadena does not have the Adventures program?
No, unfortunately, we're not there. Sorry.
Okay. And then Evelyn, I know you've been patient with your raised hand. You can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for allowing me to ask the question. So, my son has been accepted to San Rafael for the TK program that they're going to offer next year. And I was under the impression after having a conversation with the Learns director there, because my two older children are currently enrolled, that he would be allowed to enroll in Learns, but the information that's being provided tonight is different. So if I understand correctly, he has to be 5 years old in order to enroll in Learns?
You know what, let me clarify that. Is he attending the all day TK program?
Yes, so San Rafael next school year is offering a full day TK program.
Mhm. Thank you. I think that is, sorry for the confusion. I think that we have made some changes, and I think that if they're attending the full day TK program and they're four, they're able to stay. If they're only attending like a half day TK program, they have to be five, and we wouldn't accept them. So if they're four attending full day, you are correct. So sorry for that, misunderstanding.
Oh, great. I'm so glad I asked that question to clarify. And then when will the Learns registration open? I've been asking, but Jack has been unable to answer that question for me.
No worries. Thank you so much for your patience. Our goal, our hopes is that we have it open next week, the week of May 12th through the 16th. Which date I cannot confirm yet, so I would definitely ask for you to visit our website, and you could always call our office to get an update. But our goal is that it'll be open the week of next week.
Wonderful. Thank you.
No, thank you, and I apologize for the misunderstanding.
And so Vanessa, just to now clarify, because now I have a couple more parents asking questions. So for Learns, would that be any school site, if they are attending a full day TK, they do qualify for Learns after school?
Yes, that is correct. I will verify that, and I can send that information to you because
Okay.
we have been going back and forth on it, so that's why the misunderstanding. But if it's full day TK, I believe they do. However, I'll confirm and send that information to you tomorrow, Miss Nancy.
Okay. So for all the parents wanting to double check, we will have, I will add that piece to the slide or to the slide presentation so that when we post it, you can go there and just confirm that if it is a TK, a full TK program, students, whether they're 4 or 5, they will they be allowed to do learns after school? So that'll be the question that is pending. We just want to make sure we're providing you all with the most accurate information. And then I do have Greg asking, what is full day versus half day at TK? So I don't know which half TK programs we have. Vanessa, are you aware of which
Some
program?
of the programs that are half day are at schools with the Children's Center. They are located, I believe it's Cleveland. They
Oh,
have
okay. So those are our preschools. That's not our TK. So I think maybe that's why. So we do have half day preschool programs, but that's not necessarily our TKs. I think all of our TKs are full day programs at school sites.
yes, correct.
Miss Irene is asking, can you repeat the registration Cricket site? And then am I able to get a receipt from the registration?
Definitely. Our site is the number six. It's six crickets, CRICKETS.com. And it takes you to that hub. You will type in Pasadena Learns, and then it'll give you options to pick your school site. You are going to be given a receipt electronically to the email that you provide at the portal.
Okay. I'm gonna translate one of the questions that's being asked in Spanish to English, and then Ms. Vanessa, you can answer in English because I have Sandy that's translating. So if we have a student in Learns, but he is not able to attend every day due to some therapy classes that he has at home, is he able to attend Learns on the days he doesn't need to do therapy at home?
Yes, he can definitely attend Learns. You would just have to provide like a written note to the site coordinator, letting them know what days they won't be coming to program. So we can make that accommodation.
Okay. Kirsten, you were asking us to repeat for Learns. TK kids have to be 5. We are going to clarify that or confirm, I should say. Since TK programs are a full day, Ms. Vanessa is going to confirm that even if students are 4 years old, that they can still attend Learns. So We will post our presentation tomorrow with the information, the most updated information, and so we should be able to have an answer by tomorrow for you. It doesn't look like we have any more questions. Lena Lee, is it mandatory to go to Learns every day?
No, it is not mandatory. It's highly encouraged at our grant sites. The exception to those are, as I mentioned, Don Benito's site, which is fee-based. There's no attendance requirement. Sierra Madre Elementary and Sierra Madre Middle School. However, if the student needs to be gone 1 or 2 days, we definitely can make accommodations for that. But if you only need the program once a week, we do prioritize families that need the services and can attend more frequently.
And my son has done both Parks and Rec and Learns because as Carmen mentioned Jackson, I mean, I was like 5 minutes late and all the spaces were gone. So I know that with both programs, it was, I mean, the site leaders are amazing and they're great and they're so caring. And I think really it's a conversation with them. We're all busy, things come up. And so, they're very accommodating, I will say that. So. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and ask the last question and then we're gonna wrap it up. My son is 6, but he will be 7 in July. Will he be able to attend any learns in the summer? And if so, does the bus only pick the students up from school? So this is more related to summer, Vanessa, and I'm not sure if you have that information with you.
Yes, so the way that we are shuttling students is they're picked up at their home site, and then they are taken to either McKinley. We're serving at McKinley Elementary, Washington Elementary, and Webster Elementary. So depending on what their home site is, and you would see that information on Six Crickets, it would have asked you if you needed transportation. So if you indicated that you did need transportation, there's going to be an email sent out to you via the Six Crickets information. But yes, a 7-year-old can ride on the bus. We're also going to have an instructor, one of our youth leaders that will ride with students in the afternoon. So there won't be anybody in the morning, but there will be somebody riding with them in the afternoon to make sure that they're being released to the correct parent.
Thank you. And last question, Miss Beverly Jones, you had your hand raised.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I registered my granddaughters for summer. One's on the wait list, but the other one, she got accepted. So, but I was told that I didn't have to pay. I just had to enter her school ID, but it says that I owe $300. So I want to know who can help me fix that.
I would
Hi.
think
Thank you, Nancy. You can call the Learns department and they'll gather more details and more information so we can see what's happening on the back end of it. So just call tomorrow the Learns department. We're open from 8:30 till 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay, that is I called the lady at Longfellow because my other grandson is there, and then she told me to call Crystal, but I left message, but I didn't get a return, so I just want to make sure everything's done before summer starts. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, so thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you to Vanessa, Carmen, and Mario from all 3 wonderful organizations that we partner with on all your expertise regarding your programs. We truly hope that you found this information super beneficial for you and your families, and that way you could make the best decision that is for you and your families. If we could please ask you to scan this QR code. This really helps us get a better idea and understanding of what types of information you are all looking for so that we can develop these types of presentation. This is the first time we're doing this type of presentation, and it was because of our families who submitted the QR code. It's 3 questions. You don't have to answer all of them. But again, if there's something in particular that you would like to know, please feel free to add it there. Once again, I'm Nancy Molina. This is my email address. Feel free to send me an email if you have any further questions, whether it's regarding this presentation or anything else PUSD related. And then we do have a bit.ly. So bit.ly/PUSD face space. That is the current location where we hold all of our workshop content. And so you can actually go on there. You will be able to view this presentation and all previous presentations, including ones that we've had over the summer or for our summer program, since I know some families were asking summer questions. With that, I just want to say thank you again. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and let us know if we could do anything else for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.